Bago magsimula ang video na ito, sana mag-subscribe kayo at follow sa aking channel, Breeder Adventures TV, para sa mga latest news at issue na nangyayari sa bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po. May issue na naman patungkol sa PCSO Philippine Statistics Office, patungkol sa mga Chinese na di umano nakakakuha ng record sa PSA, kahit naman hindi ito mga lehitimong mamamayan ng bansa.
No.
Ako, Chinese ako. Papunta ako sa PSA. Magbigay ko ng pera sa'yo. Bigyan kita ng pera. Bigyan mo nga ako ng birth certificate.
That would be
Pwede mangyari yan?
that will not be a possibility, Your Honor, because
Impossible.
because
Kung pupunta ako sa
Nagsanib puwersa si Senator Bato de la Rosa at Senator Pia Cayetano upang gisahin at questionin ang mga namamahala sa loob ng Philippine Statistics Office. Ang Philippine Statistics Office ay ang nangangasiwa ng mga record ng mga mamamayang Pilipino, kabilang na ang birth certificate, certificate of no marriage, at iba pa. Nagalit si Senator Bato at Pia dahil sa diumano mga korupsyon na meron sa loob dahil nabibigyan diumano ang mga Chinese ng mga record na hindi naman dapat.
Sa hearing, yun ang sinagot kay Senator De La Rosa na legitimate. Ang ginamit pa nga na word, kaya in my opening statement, I said I'm using the word legitimate because that is what was told, what we were told is that nanggaling yun doon. In fact, kayo, ang sabi niyo, ang content, ang erroneous. So medyo iba yung pagka-explain nyo sa akin ngayon.
Madam Chair, ito pong 7 documents na ni-refer sa amin for investigation, merong sinubmit sa DFA nito. Ang sinasabi namin, yung nasa DFA na yon, those are falsified documents that become basis for the DFA maybe to issue their sport.
Kaya nga,
So,
karoon natin
meron
ang
po kami-
falsified. Pakiklaro ang falsified.
Because this, upon verification by our local officials, these documents are not at the local civil register at the same time. Iba yung nasa database namin.
Iba. So, meaning, kung hindi ito nagaling sa local civil register, hindi rin nagaling sa inyo,
Some other sources.
some other sources like recto.
Not-
Pwede.
Not,
Pwede?
not PSA and not...
Hindi. Sige, klaro natin. Pwedeng nanggagaling ito sa recto.
Could be anywhere.
Could
Your
be
Honor.
anywhere, ha?
Yes, yes.
So, could be anywhere.
But because
Bakit?
in our database, iba yung nandun sa amin.
So, ibig sabihin, ganito, nalusutan ngayon yung DFA. Bakit sila nag-issue ng passport na fraudulent pala yung birth certificate na yun, DFA? Saan DFA? Naisahan, inaamin ba nyo na pwede kayo naisahan itong mga nag-apply ng passport na ito?
Sir, good afternoon, Madam Chair. Sir, we verify the authenticity of the birth certificate.
Okay?
Kung nasa security paper po, we have our people who can determine kung genuine po from PSA. For the contents inside, we have no way to determine po.
So as far as you're concerned, PSA talaga galing yung papel na yun.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sa inyo pala galing. Sa inyo pala galing yung papel na yun. Confirm mo nila. You confirm also na sa inyo galing yun.
Sir, we have to check. As I mentioned a while
Ayan
ago,
yun. Hanggang ngayon, you still have to check.
Sir,
Tagal na yung kaso na yan.
yung tatlo po, yung tatlo, may identified kami na mga serial numbers. So,
Okay.
we can identify kung saang outlet po siya na issue, and that is where we are.
Kaya nga, ito, tinatawag natin itong mga tao na ito. Dahil sa outlet nila ito nagagaling.
Hindi naman, sir. Hindi.
Can you, gagaling sa kanila.
Ang issuance po namin, sir, is through our outlets, CSS outlets, not necessarily within their jurisdiction.
So, saang outlet nanggaling yun?
Okay. Right. Okay, sir. In our investigation, sir, we have from 13 Martires Outlet,
Tracy Martires outlet.
Outlets Cavite.
Dinala nyo dito yung Tracy Martires outlet
Then
ninyo?
we have also Davao City.
Davao City. Dinala nyo dito yung outlet na yan?
Wala, sir. But we as a PSA, sir, nandito naman po kami. Pasay and Parañaque outlets and Tugigaraw.
Tugigaraw.
Yun po yung mga under
So
ibang outlets that-
you submit to this committee, Madam Chair, yung mga tao na yan na manning that outlet para for the next investigation, tanungin natin sila, bakit sila nag-produce ng ganung papel? Di ba? So, very clear pala kayo na PSA paper yon, authentic paper yon, pero fraudulent ang laman. No? Claro?
Your Honor, yes, we will comply
Wait,
kung
Do you want to
infraction.
ask her first? You're looking at each other. I don't mind. I'd rather you come up with an answer you can stand by. Do you want a minute to just confirm? Just so that we can move along efficiently. Or are you good to
Madam
respond?
Chair, ano lang, i-clarify lang ulit namin na
Huwag kayong ma-intimidate dito.
Yeah,
Yes.
We are trying to solve a problem here,
Yeah.
ha? Baka nagpakuha kayo dyan. Hindi, ayaw yung tumingin sa mata ko eh. Parang, pag nagtatanong ako, ayaw yung tumingin sa mata ko. Don't be intimidated. We are solving a problem here.
Even
Huh?
though he looks intimidating,
Yeah,
don't be intimidated.
We are trying to solve a problem.
Yes, Madam Chair, we just would like to clarify that the subject of the investigation that DSA conducted was because DFA, or it was referred to us that at least 6 individuals were issued passport based on documents submitted to them. We requested them to provide us the documents submitted to them so we can verify from our records. So what we did was to ask our provincial heads that covers the civil registrars or the municipality where the birth records originate to conduct ocular investigation para tingnan nila kung yun bang sinasabing sinubmit sa DFA ay indeed galing doon sa civil registrars and whether indeed they are within our database. So, of the documents na verify natin, the investigation found that falsified yung mga submitted sa kanilang documents. So, we have the documents here. Actually, hawak ko yung lima ng records. These are delayed registration of the supposed documents submitted to them. Ito ngayon ang pwede namin i-kumpara dun sa hawak ng o sinubmit sa DFA because ang na-provide lang naman sa amin ay Xerox copy of what was submitted to them, not the original insect pa as submitted. Ito, pinaprint ko
So,
namin
as of
ito.
now, hindi mo pa na-confirm na
Kasi
yun talaga
yung physical,
yung physical official document coming from your office. Kasi as far as DFA is concerned, sabi nila, legitimate daw talaga, official document. Galing sa inyo. On your part,
if we can have them, then we can cross-reference it with our record.
hindi pa kayo nag-usap, dalawa.
So do you have it? Did you bring it, Asek?
Madam Chair, when passport applications are submitted, we verify the authenticity of the birth certificate. We make a photocopy, and then we give back the original birth
To the
certificate to the
holder.
applicant.
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, do you happen to have that photocopy that you're of the subject cases?
We do, ma'am.
Can you go to the side and compare your notes and then tell us? And I just want to confirm, colleagues, no, and for the record, that during the budget deliberations, DFA Office of Consular Affairs, in a letter to Senate President Zubiri, emphasized that the certificates of live birth that were presented to the DFA by most of these foreign nationals that were under investigation for passport applications are in their original PSA security paper form, and that these certificates were late registered. Mode of birth is either through midwife or hilot, and that the parents indicated in these documents are Filipinos. So that will be the next question I will ask, but I need you to go to the side, whether it's your staff, whatever, I don't care. Kindly go to the side and compare your notes. But I think what's one crucial element here is how did they get hold of the original. I think that kaya nga security paper yon, right? Naka-vault ba yan? Naka-vault ba yan? O, naka-vault. So, ngayon, lahat nitong subjects na to dun sa specific civil registry offices, tatawagin natin yung officer, yung civil registrar ng office na yon.
Correct.
to find out. For the record then, kasi the first hearing we have is from the policy level. So that's why we didn't clutter our hearing with everybody yet, no? But do you have any, you want to proceed or I'll let them go to the side and compare?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Or you can submit it. Ano bang?
May I move, Madam Chair, na isama natin sa invitation yung outlet mismo na pinanggalingan ng papel na yon. Yung sabi mo, ano yung mga outlet yon?
These are civility outlet where documents can be requested.
Kaya, anong outlet yon?
So kung
So kung saan
meron
yung-
Tugigaraw, yes, meron.
Tugigaraw.
We have 67 outlets.
7
So
outlets.
kung sino yung involved, we can
Isama
ask them
natin,
to come.
Madam Chair.
Akala ko ba sila to? Iba pa ba?
Iba pa yan.
They are the provincial heads where
No,
the
but I thought it's the civil registrars from these particular districts or what provincial, right?
yes, where the documents originated, Madam Chair. Pero yung sinasabi kanina, on the outlet where it was requested, supposedly requested,
Yeah,
kasi
but that would fall under their jurisdiction. Sa lugar nila, di ba?
not necessarily, ma'am.
Eh, ba't sila nandito kung hindi sa inyo? Ba't namin kayo inimbita?
Registration.
Ano?
Clarificatory. So you can register in a different area and then get your birth certificate in a different area. Possible yan. Like in this case, they registered in this particular area, but they received or they got their birth certificate
From other
original from another area.
areas. Yes, Madam.
Yan ang nangyari dito.
Yes, sir. Because once the document is registered and in our database, PSA established at this time 67 outlets nationwide where a Filipino can request for birth certificate in any of those outlets. So parang access kasi yung ino natin, we address that. We would like every Filipino to get birth certificate wherever they are residing now, even if they're living
Yeah.
different place from where they were born.
Well, that's a good feature so that our kababayans can get their birth certificates anywhere. No? But obviously, it can also be abused. No? Meaning, they registered in a different place with the intention of getting it from somewhere else. So baka may ibang kausap sila. Can an LGU register and issue birth certificates? Can an LGU register and issue birth certificates
The LGU through the LCR,
to LCR?
the LCR is also allowed to issue birth certificate upon request of the
So pwede rin
document
sila.
owner. Yes,
So
po.
aside from the outlets, the LGUs
Of
can
course, so
also issue.
because they are primarily the owner of the birth certificates.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many LGUs? How many LCRs are there nationwide?
1,634, Your Honor.
All right.
So supposedly all of these should have one civil registrar
Yeah.
mandated to register all vital events in their jurisdiction within that municipality or city, Your Honor.
Itong anim pinpointed is non-LGU. It's PSA that registered and issued the birth
These are
certificates.
within LCRs, registered at LCR. Because
LCRs to.
we cannot register on ourselves. The PSA office, either at the provincial or regional, national, no mandate to register.
You're just a repository, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, may I suggest also to invite the civil registrar of that particular LGUs because apparently they're the ones who
So,
receive.
so we need, or maybe you can put it on record now para hindi tayo nangangapa who are we calling. Let's establish, and you be the one to give us the names now. Where were these persons registered? Where did they register their late births? And then, where, if any, were such certificates requested and issued? Kasi if there is really some kind of syndicate, then baka same areas yan. Right? So are you prepared to tell us? Are you going check your record so that you put it on record so that we will issue the necessary invitation for the next hearing. But anyway, we seem to be getting the answer that you're investigating, but may I remind PSA that during the budget hearing, no less than the Senate President, while presiding and listening to the questions of Senator Bato de la Rosa, manifested that he had also received complaints, and at that time in November, it was already referred to the Blue Ribbon, and you already were told to investigate. So I really expected that I'll hear the results of those investigations now.
Yes, ma'am, we have the results of the investigation and we are ready to submit it to the committee.
Ready na pala, ba't ang dami pang tanong? Di pa ba namin natanong yun?
We have the signed investigation report of PSA and sabi namin, isabit namin sa inyo upon request.
Hindi mo ba pwede i-summarize? Yun lang naman yung inaantay natin. Ano ba? Are you uncomfortable about something?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
We are, as mentioned dun sa reply namin to that committee, ma'am, fully cooperating with this investigation and actually conducted ourselves
Okay.
investigation.
Yes,
And this
go ahead.
is oo. Medyo mahaba lang siya, pero ito yung summary namin. So,
Paul, are those cases related?
yes, ma'am. These are the 7
No,
referred
but I mean, are they related to each other? Like,
Yes.
They are.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it makes the report simpler, di ba? Kasi parang isa na lang. Okay.
So, on the case ng Pasig City, not mentioning the name, so the findings of the investigation is that the one submitted to DFA is not within our database. The certificate of live birth of the subject with registry number 2921, 2921 is not in the records of LCRO of Pasig City. So nevertheless, the registrant birth was duly registered through delayed registration in the LCRO of Pasig City and was issued a certificate of live birth with registry number, different registry number. So the registry number is here. On the next case from Mikawayan City, again, the one submitted to DFA is not in our database. So this is also case of falsified certificate of live birth. The document contains false and or fictitious information, and the registry number used belongs to another person. This document has distinct registry number and birth registration number from a late registration in that LCRO in Mekawayan, Bulacan. The next case this is the case of identity theft, the one from Santa Cruz, Zambales. This document, the one used for the issuance of the passport for this person, this is in our database. So this is a case of identity theft because in this case, the registrant assumed the information of a dead person. So ito yung kasong, the first case that was shown by Madam Chair. So ang findings dito, the certificate of live birth was processed through the BREX. Accordingly, the CMRC outlet no longer evaluates the request made through the BREX partner. So dito po sa kaso, we have a facility called BREX. This is a batch request query system where local government units are allowed to accept requests for birth, marriage, and death through the LGU. So the LGU transmit this request to an outlet where they can request for certificates coming from PSA. So
Is it a request for a copy of the certificate or is it a request for registration?
for a copy of birth
For a
certificate.
copy lang?
Yes po.
Okay, so can you repeat your whole sentence?
So
Because I did
the
not know
BREX,
what BREX
this is a
means.
facility we allow where we enter into MOA with LGU. For that LGU that do not have outlet where they can request for birth certificate, we allow them to accept requests for copies. Kasi what we cater sa Brex is yung mga walang outlets, kailangan ng tao ng birth certificate, so they can go to the LGU, request for the copy, and that
By one batch, the LGU
Yes,
will
through the
actually, I
batches.
understand. So
Yes,
go
po.
back to what you were saying now that I understand the term that you use.
yes, so on the case nito ni Santa Cruz Zambales, the certificate of live birth was processed through the Brex. So accordingly, the outlet, yung pong outlet, hindi siya mag-evaluate kung ano yung supporting document niyan when it was requested to them, because yung Brex partner na, yung LGU na mismo mag-check nung requirements para mag-request ng copy. This is for request of copy lang. Ito pong case
Madam
ng...
Chair, yung outlet, pakinggan mo muna ako. Tingnan ka muna dito. Yung outlet, yung capability niya, kaya ba niyang mag-alter sa records doon?
Your Honor, ang outlet po natin, parang ito ay mirror site ng ating database na nandito sa central office. So,
Mirror.
Yes.
So,
Kung ano ang meron natin dito, yun lang ang marirequest nila doon. So actually po, pag nag-request ka sa outlet namin, we have 67 outlets nationwide. So if you go to an outlet, you request for a copy of birth, marriage, or death certificate, or SENUMAR sa isang outlet. So, i-enter yung request mo. Isusulat yung pangalan na nag-request ng isang tao. And then, that request will be sent electronically to central office. Then it will be printed, it will be searched at the central office. We have 2 back-end offices where the searching is done electronically. And then that